Business analysis, planning, and monitoring is the first knowledge area in BABOK, and we are going to discuss that. In this chapter, we are going to discuss key concepts related to this knowledge area, the knowledge area fundamentals, its tasks at length, and the case studies. Let me start by looking at some concepts. I'll help you understand four concepts to start with: approach, method, technique, and plan. An approach is a way of dealing with something or somebody. For example, planning approach for a change initiative could be adaptive or predictive. A method is the process used or the steps taken to execute or implement an approach. An approach may be defined by a methodology. For example, a change initiative can use any of the agile methodologies like Scrum or Scream Extreme Programming. A technique provides an efficient way of doing something. Some of the examples of techniques are UML and user stories. Finally, a plan. A plan represents a course of action for achieving a goal or the end result. So every initiative must have a plan. Let's look at a few more concepts. Planning for any initiative involves the plan and approach, plan to monitor, and plan to control. So whenever we are talking about business analysis, planning, and monitoring, we're actually talking about planning, monitoring, as well as controlling. So let's start with the planning. Planning includes the decision on the approach and the methodology to be used for the change initiative, as well as which are the activities which are involved, making a schedule for that, and what are the risks which are associated with this particular initiative. When I say risk, it includes assumptions, constraints, and dependencies. As plan is prepared for the future, it's important to ensure that the change initiative is executed as per plan. In order to do so, we define measures or metrics so that progress can be checked. So metrics like schedule and effort variance, defect density, etc. are planned in advance so that it can be measured during the course of the project. Now, monitoring of activities may result into deviations from the plan. These issues need to be addressed to keep the project on track, which may result into even modifying the plan. This means that during the cycle of planning, monitoring, and controlling, there could be possibilities of the plan getting modified, and then the cycle continues throughout the project. Having discussed the key concepts related to this knowledge area, let me now give you an overview of this knowledge area known as business analysis, planning, and monitoring. It describes planning the approach, methodology, governance process for conducting business analysis activities. It also describes how business analysis performance can be measured and improved. Tasks of this knowledge area produce outputs that are used as inputs or guidelines to other tasks. Now, let's see how core concepts apply to this knowledge area. First core concept is change. Business analyst is responsible for laying down the process for raising a change request and authorizing it. Next one is need. The business analyst lays down an approach or a process to analyze a change. Analyzing a change has multiple parameters, but it's important to understand why this change is being initiated. What is the need, or what are the problems or opportunities in this case? Next up is solution. A business analyst evaluates what kind of performance measures are critical to measure the success of the solution implementation. Next is stakeholders. Business analyst conducts stakeholder analysis to ensure that the stakeholders' need and concerns are taken care of. Next one is value. A business analyst conducts performance analysis to ensure that the value to the stakeholders is getting delivered. Finally, the context. Business analyst ensures complete understanding of context. This was the application of core concepts in the business analysis, planning, and monitoring knowledge area. There are 5 tasks to this knowledge area. It starts with plan business analysis approach, planning stakeholder engagement, planning business analysis governance, planning business analysis information management, and identifying business analysis performance improvements. In subsequent videos, I'm going to take up each of the tasks in details. I'm also going to look at some of the case studies relating to these tasks.